We need this. Lots and lots of mud. Got my sidekick here. So while I'm giving a mineral here, first of all, as you can tell, this is fall and winter. There's really not that much of a difference, and we have some leftovers, so that's what I'm finishing up. So I gave him some mineral here. It's not as much as it looks like. Obviously I didn't put it in that metal feeder for some obvious reasons. But as you can tell, calves are in a different field. I did give him one pretty major move the other day, and it just happened to be through our yard, so it wasn't the easiest, and they're not used to moving yet, so it was our first time to move them. Took 3 people to get them through the yard and down the road and all that. So but they have been moved. They're one step closer to the good forage that we have for them. They're one field away now, so they will make it eventually. How you doing? They haven't figured out there's 2 feeders and there's multiple sides. Anyway, these guys are still getting their grain every day, and they're on this fescue pasture, mostly fescue. Hey guys, there you go. This isn't all of them. There's some somewhere else. I don't know where they're at. They're liking salt. I know I had told you guys I was going to plan on mob grazing these guys and trying it out this year, but plans have changed. I don't have the property that I was hoping to get. Well, I kind of do, but I'll talk about that later. But anyway, I won't be mob grazing these guys this year. They'll stick around on this farm for a while, probably for the rest of their lives. But anyway, they're grazing this pasture, and the pasture we're going to move them to, I told you guys before, it had some rye, wheat, and some crimson clover in it. It's been grazed off twice by our big, large beef herd group, and it's just growing so fast, it needed to get wiped out a couple times before it got too old. So it's not as high quality as it was, but it's still pretty good quality, and that's where they're going to be headed to next. But I was just giving you guys a quick little update. This is the mineral, and I'm gonna get out of here before I get smashed. So I stopped here to tell you guys what I'm doing here. So the field they're gonna be moved into is this one right here. Right here you can tell it's pretty much fescue maybe. But this part just got skipped with the drill. So over there you might be able to see the taller, lighter green stuff. That would be rye. There's a lot of crimson clover coming in underneath. And so some of the rye is pretty mature, but there's a lot of wheat that did get grazed off and it's coming back. And it's in a pretty good vegetative state, and so that's what they're going to be on for the next week or so as soon as we get them moved out here. But the issue is right across this fence here is where we have the group of heifers, which you might be able to see way over there. And this fence line isn't the best, so I'm going to be driving around this fence line. I'm going to be propping up some posts and putting some wire back on post. I don't think any of the wires are broken. I think they've just been rubbed on and mashed down for the last couple of years, and we haven't really fixed it. So getting around to that so they don't get mixed in with the heifers, and we will be feeding them grain, so I don't want to leave anything open just for them to run right through or jump over. So that's what we're doing today. We're checking fence. So I finished the whole line of fence. It's not tight, but it'll keep them all out, or keep them all in, whatever you want to say. So now I need to clean out the portion of the hay barn where I kept calves for a while, that little awning underneath the hay barn. You Need to get all that poop out of there because it's starting to dry up and it should be pretty easy to scoop. So before the comments are flooded with questions about what this tractor is, this is it. And it does have a loader on it. Once again, any equipment you see on this channel is probably not mine, besides the combine. Other than that, it's probably my parents. So I'm using his tractor today, of course, and excited to get this thing going. Switched over to the GoPro here. It's a little smaller and easier to handle while I'm doing this, but I'm gonna try to show you guys what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna be moving some hay feeders. You guys will remember those who've seen the calf videos. And I'm gonna be taking those, setting them on a different piece of concrete, and then I'm gonna start scooping all this poop out and adding it to our pile that I made from cleaning out the shed. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Well, that didn't really go as planned. I was hoping that hay would fall out and I could just scoop it up when I get the shovel out here. But it didn't want to come out until it was in the wrong spot, so I'm gonna have to try to pick that up with the shovel now. But yeah, now I gotta switch out the hay forks for the scoop or shovel, whatever you want to call it, and get to scooping some poop. So I couldn't get it all done for you on camera because my camera's dying and it only has a minute left to record. But I'd say I cleaned up the majority of it. Here, all I pretty much have left is this stuff along the outside, which is kind of tough to get with that ledge there. And then I have this stuff here at the end, of course, that I couldn't really pick out that well. And I mashed them into a hole there as well. But anyway, so this all went to the compost pile. And that stuff will sit there for another 6 to 8 months and turn into some good compost that you can spread on your pastures and improve your soil with. So as my professors would say, waste is only waste if you waste it. So don't let your wasted hay and poop, might not seem like much, but there's a lot of nutrients there that you're leaving behind. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here and you haven't subscribed, I would encourage you to do so, only if you enjoy this kind of content, of course. And with that being said, I will see you all next time.